That's right, social media through the eyes of a family physician. This is the Night Shift here show on a Saturday night here on Blog Talk Radio. And if you're wondering, if you're out there, if you're listening, yes, the chat room is not open here tonight because I know that everybody is doing a lot of different stuff here. Other than our good friend J-Man, who is going to be having a show here following this show at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. The I'm With Stupid show here on Blog Talk Radio. J-Man's going to be interviewing Matt Man. That's going to be a very interesting interview there. Also, probably our good friend Liz is probably listening to the show here live here this evening. So thank you for those of you who are listening live or people who are listening on the archived podcast. Thank you for listening. I want to thank everybody for all your support for the New Year's Eve show, show 231. Got huge amount of downloads here for the show and put this show in the top 10 for our category here on the Blog Talk Radio Network. So thank you for all your support of this show. So just kind of be talking about things here, chatting a little bit here. And one of the interesting stories here locally, other than the earthquake that happened here 1 week ago, was that there was a a storm here, and at our local regional airport, they had a flight fall off the runway. There was a flight that landed and was turning to go to the terminal, and it slipped off the runway. It even made national news here in good old Youngstown, Ohio. Here's the story from the Associated Press.
An Ohio airport says a plane with about 150 people on board skidded off a runway Monday night.
We had an excellent flight, landed safely, and once we landed, the plane just skidded off the runway while trying to take a turn and got stuck in a grass.
Passengers say the Allegiant Air flight was smooth from St. Petersburg, Florida to Youngstown, Ohio, but the landing left something to be desired.
I go to my buddy Timmy, we're listening a little bit, I think we're in the mud, we're stuck.
A little less than an hour later, the airport bussed the passengers and their luggage to the terminal. Travelers waiting to board the plane for its return flight were left stranded. The airline offered them refunds or hotel rooms for the night.
First they said that we might have to wait for a flight tonight, and they said that they couldn't move the plane, and we have to get a flight tomorrow, and if we don't get on the flight tomorrow, the next available flight's going to be Friday.
Airport officials say the plane may have become stuck in the grass after taking a wide turn. No injuries were reported. Tim McGuire, The Associated Press.
So there you go, kids. So in the first 3 or 4 days of the year, Youngstown, Ohio makes national news for having an earthquake and also for having an airplane go off the runway into the mud. What a great start to the new year for Youngstown, Ohio. Now, I did want to highlight some things for the website, FamMedRocks.com. I did have some new things on the site. I'm currently attempting a photo blog, and if you go to FamMedRocks.com and hit the Pics, P-I-C-S tab or link at the top there, you can kind of see me. I have like 3 or 4 pictures there that I'm trying. I remember every year seeing this. I forget what it's called. It's a Photo 365 or something like that. I'm definitely not committed to having a photo every day, but I'm going to try to have some photos there every so often, and to try to reflect what I'm seeing here with regards to work or life or that type of thing. So that's going to be fun. And also I have started a kind of what I call a mini blog, a blog that is going to be, maybe some pictures, well, maybe not pictures, maybe just some short commentary on things not medicine and not social media related, maybe just some random topics or topics that are having impact here locally. I had a couple of blog posts there talking about the local things going on here, especially with regards to the earthquake and this issue of hydraulic fracking, which I'm learning more about, which can have a huge potential for an economic boom here, which is badly needed, because this used to be the steel belt of America. Now it is known as the rust belt, with everybody moving away. But with this potential to have tapping into our natural resources here, they're using something like a fracking process that has huge potential. But with the earthquake here, that has opened up a huge debate here locally as far as what is important. Is it is it the potential for economic boom? Is it environmental concerns? Is it somewhere in the middle? So I hope to do with this mini blog, or what I call the Chronicles blog, on the Family Medicine Rocks website, to talk a little bit more about that. So I encourage you to check all of that out. So just trying some different things out there in social media. Especially if you're out there, if you're doing Twitter, you're doing Facebook, you're doing a blog. Why not try something different? When it comes to social media. And just try something else. I've too many times I've seen people who have started out, gotten really, really internet famous, and then they stop innovating, they become boring, and I don't like seeing that. So I'm trying some different things out there, kids. And also something I'm going to be talking about with Kat when she comes on is that I signed up my mom, my mom and dad, my parents. I signed them up for Facebook today, and that is a interesting story. Let me tell you. So I will save that for when she comes on the show. But kind of reflecting back, on the New Year's Eve show, that was really fun to do. I want to thank Kat again for coming on the show and making it so much fun. I think that is the third year in a row that I've done a New Year's Eve show, and it's fun. It's interesting. It's reflective yet fun. It's a lot of different emotions that are going on when it comes to coming on to midnight, and when it comes to the turning of the new year.